welcome to another Fight of the Night review. This is for the Fight of the Night that took place last night in the UFC's first ever event in France. It was in Paris at the Accor Arena, and it was the main event itself between Gane, who is from France, and Tuivasa, who is not from France. And as always, it's my job to break it down round by round, bit by bit, bob bob bob, and I will try and remember as much as I can. I never do, so I'll see when we get to that point. Also, I'm sorry if it looks miserable. It started raining outside before I started recording, so that's the reason why. So we start in round one, and I think it's worth noting that right at the gate, both these matches are very sportsmanlike, very respectful to each other throughout this fight, so I want to get that out of the way really quick before I actually talk about the fight, which I am doing now. So, for the most part, it is very much a feeling out process. Gane is doing a lot more of the feeling out, he's doing better at it, he's throwing up a really good jab, that's keeping Tai at bay, and Tai's main methods when he fights is to get in close, but because he's a short fighter and doesn't have as much range as Cyril does, Cyril's able to use his range to keep Tai away. He's threatening with body kicks, he lands a good leg kick or two here or there. Tai does land some leg kicks as well, and Tai does throw some good hands, but he's throwing much bigger looping hooks, which Cyril is able to much more easily avoid, and he counters with some really nice jabs. Because he's a southpaw naturally as well, and Tai is a orthodox fighter, it does make it a bit more awkward for Tai to get on the inside, but Cyril is making him pay for it as well. He's landing some really good jabs, and again with the leg kicks, and for the most part, there's not really a whole lot that happens. They're both throwing every now and then. Even Tai lands a good leg kick at various points in this round, but the biggest change happens about, I don't remember exactly how long there was left, but Tai lands a hell of a right hand it was a hell of a left that does stun Cyril, and Cyril counters with a good left of his own. I'm getting the major knockdown wrong because that's in round 2. I almost said it was in round 1. But yeah, round 1, despite some pretty big moments, I will give round 1 pretty firmly to Cyril Gane. I think he was utilising his range really well, he was keeping Tai at bay, and when he started setting up the jabs and following up the combos, he looked really, really good. But yeah, there really wasn't much besides that. It was mostly just a stand-up fight. It was very, stand-up rounds, very plodding towards each other, odd leg kick here and there. But it was mostly Cyril keeping things busy with his jabs. And yeah, it was just, pretty solid round for Cyril. Not a super exciting one, but I definitely think he won the round. We then get to round 2, and at first it appears very much the same as round 1, even though in round 1 Tai did get that left eventually. He actually almost gets it right off the bat in round 2, and even after that he's not able to really land it a whole lot again for a majority of round 2, but Cyril is again utilising his range really well, and he's keeping Tai very far away, using his jab to keep him back, using his leg kicks to keep him back. He's just, again, just utilising his length, not like that. Tai is doing a much better job at trying to get inside though. He is actually using, he actually switches to southpaw a couple of times in round 2, and even lands a good body shot at a couple of points in round 2. But the biggest moment comes with about the halfway point, where Tai lands a vicious left-right combo, and it looked like he knocked Cyril out. Cyril was able to get up, and I think he even landed a shot on Tai as he was being knocked down, which caused Tai's eye to get cut open a bit. There was a fair bit of blood, but not too nasty. And Cyril, even though he was knocked down pretty badly, he gets back up really easily, and he starts throwing so many shots to the body. He throws leg kicks, he throws front kicks, he throws a nasty fucking jumping knee to the body, and that catches Tai a lot, and it starts to win Tai in round 2. And he's just landing some big shots. He lands a really good left as well, but Tai lands a really good counter left, which knocks Cyril back again. And the two, they acknowledge each other's power. They even have a good fist bump and handshake at some point in round 2 as well. And I like seeing that shit in the middle of a fight, Just two dudes who really love doing this, just having a big smile, having a big laugh, I guarantee that they both went for shoeies after this fight was over. Even with that big shot in mind, even though Tai was also landing some really good stuff, it was just mostly Cyril's mixing to the head and to the body. I think he lands a really good head kick at some point as well. He throws some really nasty front kicks to the body. And again, Tai is starting to slow down in round 2, and even though he does land, I think he lands another big shot before the round's over. I give round 2 also to Cyril. Even though he suffered the first nasty knockdown, he landed some much bigger shots to the body after recovering from that. And yeah, he even went for a takedown in round 2, but it was very easily blocked by Tai. So yeah, that's all I can remember about round 2. But round 2, I'm giving also to Cyril. We then get to round 3, and at first it appears a little bit awkward because Cyril is going for his front kicks to the body again, and one of them looks like he catches Tai in the cup, but Tai, the referee Mark Goddard almost starts the fight, but Tai says, no, it's fine, and Mark Goddard said he understood it, and then to really clarify it, Tai grabbed the fat fold where Cyril kicked him. He literally grabbed it and was just like, that's where he hit me. And that made me laugh my arse off because Tai Tuivasa is fucking hilarious. I love the dude. But yeah, round 3. Again, a little bit more of a plodding round, much like round 1 was. But Tai is getting inside of Cyril's guard a little bit better. He does land some good shots, but Cyril is countering again with the body knees. He actually lands a lot of really heavy shots to the body. He does eat a nasty left at some point from Tai, but for the most part, round 3 is almost all gone from what I can remember. Tai again does get the good shot in here and there. He even lands a really good shot to the body, and he lands a good leg kick as well. But it's not enough to keep Cyril at bay. Cyril just keeps landing those really heavy knees and the front kicks, and he does suffer a nasty punch of his own, and he's backed up. But he counters with some amazing jabs, and again, much like in round 1, he's utilising the jab to follow up with combos, lands a really nasty uppercut, and eventually, there's a good moment where he hits Tai really hard, and Tai, backs up against the cage while Cyril's in the middle of the octagon, and then Cyril just lets him walk back to him, and they have a nice, little fist bump about that, yay! And again, I like seeing that shit in my fights, but it doesn't take much longer after that for the fight to come to its end. It ends in the 3rd round. Cyril, utilising his jab, I've said utilising his jab a lot, I'm sorry, sets up a combo and lands some really good hands that, after all the body kicks that Tai suffered through, he even, suffers another cut on his eye from a punch from Cyril. He's still standing after all those nasty body shots and even eats some nasty punches to the face, but eventually, I think it's an uppercut that catches him, knocks him down, and Cyril gets on top and lands some really big shots, and then with about 37 seconds left in round 3, the fight is an end, and it's a TKO win for Cyril Gane, so now we gotta talk about the fight, much like I failed to do just now. Even though I made it sound very one-sided in favour of Gane, I was very entertained by this fight. I was very, very... even though it's not as back and forth as I would have liked it to have been, it's just nice to see two guys having fun and doing what they love, you know? And no complaints about the stoppage. Cyril put on a really, really good performance, even though he was hit with some nasty stuff, and if Tai could have gotten inside his range a little bit more, he definitely would have been able to make the fight a little bit more even, and possibly a tad more exciting. That's very much where the dilemma lies for me, because even though it wasn't the most exciting back and forth affair, it was still a very fun fight between the two, and I don't know whether or not it will be in my top 10. I had fun watching it, and god, the head kick that Cyril landed in round 3 was amazing as well after those body shots, Jesus. How Tai was able to tank that much to the body, I will never know. I would have been vomiting on the floor if that were me. Christ alive. What a really good fight, though. I hope they both got, if not beers, at least shoeies at the end of this. And, yeah, it was just really fun. I recommend going to find it for yourself. It's a maybe on if it will be in my top 10. Leaning towards the positive side, because again, it was just a very fun fight between two dudes who enjoy doing this shit. So there you go. That's what's next from me. Not streaming more Alice tonight, however, I will be putting up the Let's Play of my friend Pedro, because that is, again, edited all on YouTube on private. I've just got to make it public, and then next thing you'll see me for will be likely Tuesday night, more PVW versus AVW. And then Thursday, Music of the Week, Friday for more streaming of American McGee's Alice. So, oh, that's an announcement I wanted to get out of the way. So it was supposed to be Alice Madness Returns. However, when I uploaded that game, it turns out that it has actually a copy of the first one, so I decided to let's play that instead. So Alice Returns will be let's play 27 or 28, whichever number I have it as. It's going to be for then, which will probably be, it's not going to be in the immediate future. So, yeah, that's all the shit I've got to get out of the way. Gotten out of the way. I will see you all most likely on Tuesday night. And as always, I also find this fight between Cyril and Tai was really, really good. As always, thank you for watching. You're awesome. Bye.